Phoenix here with this weekend's upcoming spoilers. After a little bit of a topsy-turvy midweek fixtures, I've made some slight tweak adjustments to the algorithm and also increased the amount of analysis, the amount of time spent per football match. 12 matches analyzed in total, on average 2 hours and 15 minutes per match, which puts us just shy of 24 hours spent into these upcoming matches. Let's bounce back the only way the Phoenix knows how. We'll begin immediately with tonight's fixture at the Parc des Princes. PSG will be looking to send a statement ahead of the Arsenal game this Tuesday. It will be a full-strength PSG 11. Nice have struggled in all the big games this season. PSG to win, Dembele to score. We move straight on immediately to Super Saturday, where we start with the game at Stamford Bridge. You know what they say about the early kickoffs? You got to be a little bit concerned, a little bit wary of them. But I don't see how Everton score a single goal against Chelsea. I like Chelsea's defense recently. Wind not in fine, Everton weather perfect conditions. I don't see Everton scoring. I see Chelsea getting one. It'll be a low-scoring affair, of that there is no doubt. We backed Chelsea last week. I asked Chelsea, show me the character, show me you want to play in the Champions League. And they delivered. I know I said it a week ago. At some point, Palmer has to deliver. I think it'll be this week, or rather tomorrow, where he gets a goal contribution. I'm thinking penalty Palmer, 1-0 Chelsea. Then I immediately shifted on Saturday to the semi-final of the FA Cup between Palace and Aston Villa. The last time these two teams met, Palace absolutely smoked them by 4-1. Aston Villa this season, they've struggled when they come up against teams that play with a back three. Here's my issue with Villa headed into this game. Yes, Unai Emery is a cup specialist, but the fullbacks can't defend. If Palace push their wingbacks forward, it's going to cause Aston Villa problems. And at the moment, yeah, Emmy's a bit dodgy, even though if it goes to a penalty shootout, you definitely still back Aston Villa with him, but he's looking dodgy. I'm sensing more Palace here. From what I analyze and what I've seen, I think Palace are going to cause them some serious problems again on the right-hand side. Whether it's Matty Cash, whether it's Disaster that plays, both are going to have problems dealing with an informed Eze. And keep an eye on Munoz overlapping on the right-hand side, going head-to-head, whether it's against Digne or Maatsen. I think that's a matchup Crystal Palace will fancy. I've got Crystal Palace going to the final. I think it's going to go to extra time, and I think Palace will get a winner in this circa 112th minute, a very late winning goal for Crystal Palace. 2-1 Palace. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention for PSG, I'm thinking it'll be 2-0 Paris Saint-Germain. Then, of course, immediately comes the big game in Spain, the Copa del Rey final. So, I've got a bit of a disclaimer for this one because, in essence, it depends what lineup Real Madrid will come out with. Real Madrid cannot play with Rodrigo, Vinicius, Mbappe and Bellingham against Barcelona. If that starts again, Barca will win this one. But I am assuming that Ancelotti has learned from his mistakes. He's watched the video I made on him and he wants to prove us wrong, and he wants to show that he still got it and wants to leave with a bang. In order for Madrid to win this football match, it has to be a midfield three. I would like to see Goller start, because the difference with Goller and Rodrigo is Goller actually helps more with the balance of the team, but that's not going to happen. I think it's going to have to be Bellingham in behind Mbappe, Vinny, and then it's going to have to be one of Modric or Ceballos alongside Valverde and Tchouameni. Now, Vasquez against Rafinha, I hear it. That is problematic. But Also on the other side, Lamine Yamal against whoever the left back is going to be for Real Madrid. Ferland Mendy apparently has recovered. There's a chance we see Mendy going up against Yamal. If I'd be back in Madrid, I'd be more confident with that matchup for sure. For Barcelona, all the talk about with or without Lewandowski. In a final like this, I'm looking at the Barca team and I'm like, where are the goals coming from? Yamal at the moment looks shocking in front of the net. Rafinha, sure, he looks icy, but even his form has, or rather, he's dipped a little bit. Dani Olmo, to be fair, has been the one getting the goals. Madrid have kept 2 clean sheets in a row. If Real Madrid line up how I'm expecting them to line up, I think Real Madrid will win this final. It'll be similar, if you will, to the 2011 Copa del Rey final. For those of us, of course, who remember that one, because I'm sure most of you won't, but it was not the Bale one, the Ronaldo header against a Barca team that were favourites. But when it comes to finals, there are no favourites. Mbappe will be fit to play. I made the combined 11 between the two. I put Courtois in goal, Koundé, Asensio, Inigo, Mendy. I put Valverde, Pedri in midfield, Lamine, Bellingham, Rafinha, Mbappe. As you see, Real Madrid win the combined 11. Individually, Real Madrid can match Barcelona, and I expect Madrid to win this one. It'll be done in 90 minutes. It'll be Barcelona 1, Real Madrid 2. As for Super Sunday, we immediately begin with Venezia Milan. Obviously, these guys are on a high, having just eliminated Inter. Venezia struggled to score, and Milan stylistically mash up really well against them. Venezia fighting for their lives. Milan in the league haven't got much to play for, but they play better when it's without pressure, and they're going to get the win. It'll be Venezia 0, Milan 2. No need to overthink this one. No BTTS, Milan to keep a clean sheet. Then immediately in Italy, we remain in Italy, where prior to the Barcelona game, a game that should have been played on Saturday, gets postponed to Sunday. It's an Inter team, an out-of-form Inter team, facing a Roma team who have not lost a single game in the league in 17 matches. Their last league defeat was all the way back on the 15th of December against Como. Now, under 2.5, absolute lock in this one. Marcos Thuram is not fit. Bastoni and Mkhitaryan both suspended. Chance of precipitation in Milan. Arnautovic expected to start. Inter have to win this game ugly. Inter will win simply via champions mentality, champions resilience. Roma need points as well for the Champions League. But these are the type of games where we see the real champions stand out. The experience. The defending champions will find a way to win this one ugly via a header from a corner. Moving on to a much easier game to analyze, the one from Bournemouth versus Manchester United. Manchester United have Europa League. We do expect rotation. Bournemouth will absolutely tear these guys to shreds. Manchester United simply not good enough. I think there'll be a lot more rotation than what these guys are predicting. I think Bournemouth will have their way with United. I don't see United scoring. I'm going with Bournemouth 3, Manchester United 0. If you're feeling brave, minus 1.5 Bournemouth. I think United will get slapped up again, just as always, in the Premier League. Then I went to Anfield. Now, listen to me very careful about the game in Anfield. I've been liking what I'm seeing from Spurs. Yes, similar to United, Spurs have one eye open on the upcoming Europa League match. But I've liked what I've seen from Spurs despite losing against Forest. And I've not liked what I've seen from Liverpool. Liverpool need 1 point to become mathematical champions of England. The pressure is on them. Spurs playing with absolutely no pressure whatsoever. There will be an upset in this game. I'm going with Liverpool 2, Spurs 2. Spurs play better without pressure. I think they'll cause Liverpool problems. Liverpool look nervous. They'll get the job done in terms of winning the league, but they're not winning this football match. Then I went immediately to Turin for the FA Cup, the other FA Cup semi-final between Forest and Manchester City. Manchester City have struggled against Forest in the last time these two teams met. However, at Wembley, City have a fantastic record, in particular Pep. Yes, they lost the FA Cup final last season, but the conditions for this one are completely different. City won this trophy. It's their only real chance of winning a trophy left this season. I cannot see any way Forest emerge with a win here. City look very good defensively. They'll have players off the bench that can cause problems for Forest if he chooses to still start with flooding the midfield. I'm going with Manchester City to win this one by 1-0. Similar, again, for those of us who remember the one in 2011 against Stoke City, when Yaya Toure fired that missile in the top corner. It'll be similar to that, and I do expect it'll be the man himself, Kevin De Bruyne, with the only goal of the game. Then it doesn't stop there, because there was one more game that the spoiler looked at. Actually, two more. In Italy, this one super quickly. Juventus -1, Monza 20th. Not much to look at here. As bad as Juventus are, they'll win by more than a goal against already basically almost relegated Monza. And Juve have to win to stay in the Champions League title race. Or not title, Champions League race. But, listen to me very careful. Napoli versus Torino. With Inter beating Roma, all the pressure shifts again on Napoli. Neres out for the season. These are the exact games Napoli suffer. Stylistically, Torino are a horrible matchup for Napoli. Napoli don't like playing against teams that sit back. They struggle when they have the ball. Napoli prefer playing without the ball. They'll have the ball and they won't know what to do with it. Napoli won, Torino won, Napoli choke, and they drop points. As always, risk-taking, money-making. I will catch you guys in tomorrow's stream. Spoiler, Phoenix, Robin Hood.